Hi everyone, once again this is Hannah and welcome back to my channel. Today we have the celebration of the 8th of March or Women's Day with my students. Can you show them? I'll take you with me today on this vlog, so I'll show you on the next clips what's gonna happen. Keep on watching.
Today, I brought my students to Porhin of Rus and we celebrated the 8th of March or Women's Day celebration for 2021 at the Navruz Palace here in Dushanbe, Tajikistan. I would also want to inform you about facts regarding the International Women's Day. International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. Significant activity is witnessed worldwide as groups come together to celebrate women's achievements or rally for women's equality. Marked annually on March 8th, International Women's Day or IWD is one of the most important days of the year. 2. First, celebrate women's achievements. Second, raise awareness about women's equality. Third, lobby for accelerated gender parity. Fourth, fundraise for female-focused charities. What's the theme for International Women's Day? The campaign theme for International Women's Day 2021 is Choose to Challenge. A challenged world is an alert world, and from challenge comes change. So let's call it Choose to Challenge. What's the history of International Women's Day? International Women's Day has occurred for well over a century, with first gathering held in 1911. What colors symbolize International Women's Day? Purple, green, white are the colors of International Women's Day. Purple signifies justice and dignity. Green symbolizes hope. White represents purity, albeit a controversial concept. The colors originated from the Women's Social Political Union, WSPU, in the UK in 1908. Who can support International Women's Day? International Women's Day is not a country, not a group nor organization specific. No one government, NGO, charity, corporation, academic institution, women's network, or media hub is solely responsible for International Women's Day. The day belongs to all groups collectively everywhere. The purpose of International Women's Day is to support supporters, and in doing so, it provides a platform to help forge positive change for women. Women stand at the front lines of the COVID-19 crisis that we have right now as healthcare workers, caregivers, innovators, community organizers, and some of the most exemplary and effective national leaders in combating the pandemic. The crisis has highlighted both the centrality of their contributions and the disproportionate burdens that women carry. This year's theme for the International Women's Day is Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. Celebrates the tremendous efforts by women and girls around the world in shaping a more equal future and recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. It is also aligned with the priority theme of the 65th session of Commission of Status Women, Women in Public Life, Equal Participation in Decision-Making, and the flagship of Generation Equality Campaign, which calls for women's right for decision-making in all areas of life, equal pay, equal sharing of unpaid care in domestic work, and all forms of violence against women and girls and healthcare services that respond to their needs. International Women's Day is a time to reflect on progress made, to call for change, and to celebrate acts of courage and determination by the ordinary women who have played an extraordinary role in the history of their countries and communities. The world has made unprecedented advances, but no country has achieved gender equality. 50 years ago, we landed on the moon. In the last decade, we discovered new human ancestors and photographed a black hole in the first time. In the meantime, legal restrictions have kept 2.7 billion women from accessing the same choice of jobs as men. Lesser than 25% of parliamentarians were women as of 2019. 1 in 3 women experience gender-based violence still. So please, let's make 2021 count for women and girls everywhere. We, the women of the world, want and deserve an equal future free from stigma, stereotypes, and violence. A future that's sustainable, peaceful, with equal rights and opportunities for all. To get us there, the world needs women at every table where decisions are being made. Let's talk about the history of Women's Day. International Women's Day is celebrated in many countries around the world. It is a day when women are recognized for their achievements without regard to divisions, whether national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic, or political. Since those early years, International Women's Day has assumed a new global dimension for women in developed and developing countries alike. The growing international women's movement, which has been strengthened by 4 global United Nations Women's Conferences, has helped make the commemoration a rallying point to build support for women's rights and participation in the political and economic arenas. Officially recognized by the United Nations in 1977, the International Women's Day first emerged from the activities of labor movements at the turn of the 20th century in North America and across Europe. The first National Women's Day was observed in the US on 28th of February. The Socialist Party of America designated this day in honor of the 1908 garments workers' strike in New York, where women protested against working conditions. But the first milestone in the US was much earlier in 1848. Indignant over women barred from speaking in an anti-slavery convention, Americans Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Mott congregated a few hundred people at the United Nations First Women's Rights Convention in New York. Together, they demanded civil, social, political, and religious rights for women in a declaration of sentiments and resolutions. A movement is born. This year, 2021, marks the official International Women's Day theme, Choose to Challenge. It's a call to action to challenge the status quo by raising awareness against bias, celebrating women's achievement, and taking action for equality. One simple yet impactful way to celebrate International Women's Day this year is to show your commitment to challenging inequality by taking part in Choose to Challenge social media campaign. Take a photo of yourself raising your hand high and share it on your preferred social media platform using the hashtag #ChooseToChallenge and hashtag IWD2021. We also need to involve men and people who identify beyond the gender binary in the conversation and celebration. Oftentimes, most International Women's Day celebrations and initiatives are targeted at women. However, it's essential that the people of all genders are involved in the conversations and become equal advocates for gender parity. On behalf of Ms. Hannah Faridun Learning Center, all of my friends here in Dushanbe, Tajikistan, I want to congratulate and greet all the wonderful women out there. A happy Women's Day. May we always be brave to stand out as women for what we know what is right.
Hi everyone, once again this is Hannah and we are now inside Koina Bruce restaurant. We finished the photo session and me and my children want to greet all the mothers out there, all the women, the wonderful ladies out there who are doing their best to play a role in the society. So happy Women's Day to all mothers, grandmothers, and all of the wonderful ladies, last women out there.
زنها پریشتر میزنه
زندگی از مردن سرچشمه بگیرد
بگو
تمام بشن
هشت من بورم
Med.
هرسومان بورам Поздравляю всех мам с 8 марта. Желаю счастья.
Идетом мубарак мадажам. Идетом мубарак мадажам.
Hi everyone, once again this is Hannah and welcome back to my channel. Right now we are in Kohina Cruz and we are celebrating the Women's Day with my students. So for all the mothers, sisters, daughters-in-law, mothers-in-law, all of the hardworking women in the whole world, we give you a big salute, happy Women's Day, and without all of you, we will not be here because you are our mothers.
Dear mothers, congratulations you with 8th March and Women's Day. I wish you good health, happiness, and all of the happiness in the world.
The end of the video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button for more upcoming videos.
فراموش نکنید در سایت ما ابونه شدن رو و لایک گذاشتن رو ویدیو بهترین رو تماشا کنید. همه وقت با ما باشید. بای.